Hey guys, and welcome back to Jake Bakes. I'm Jake, obviously. As much as I love baking, there's nothing worse in the summer than a hot kitchen. So what I was thinking is that I'd bring it outdoors, and with all my friends grilling, I'm trying to think how I can bake outdoors, and it hits me, grilling pizza. Grilling pizza is one of the easiest things to do. Pizza dough is simple, it's fast, and it's delicious. It's always a crowd pleaser, and it's one of my most requested recipes to get. So let's go in the kitchen, hop in there, get everything ready to go, and then we can get it on the grill. I'll see you guys inside. So we have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, about 1 packet of instant yeast or active dry yeast, roughly about 8 grams, 3 tablespoons of some really good and fruity olive oil, a teaspoon salt, and a cup of water. So once you have all of your ingredients together, I'm going to take the bread flour, the 2 cups, add it to my bowl. And to that, I'm going to add my salt. There too. And I'm going to add my yeast to my water first, just to let that activate a little bit. Once that is good and almost milky, you can really smell it. It smells wonderful, actually. I'm going to go ahead and get a little well in my flour and pour that in. Once that's all in, go ahead. Now the fun part comes, actually mixing this together. And pizza dough, you're going to want to have a lot of gluten. You always see like cartoons or in real life, actually, they do this. They take the pizza dough, whip it into the air, throw it around in a big discus or a big frisbee, and that is that's the result of a lot of gluten built up. If you don't have a lot of gluten, it's going to shred, it's going to tear, it's not going to work the way you want it. So you want a ton of gluten development. So once this is good and getting a little past, right now we're at that shaggy dough stage. So it's not really got any gluten development whatsoever. It's just like a big shaggy dog. This here, keeping it nice and loose and really sticky, is a really good way to make light, airy dough that's gonna have a lot of flavor and a ton of texture. You can see, now that we've gone past that sort of shaggy state, I'm gonna roll it around a little bit and get all of that flour off the sides. At this point, because oils and fats and things like that can sit on yeast and retard it from growing, now I'm going to add the olive oil in. So this one's going to be pretty messy as well, but this is going to get a lot of really great fruity olive oil flavor in there. You're going to be able to taste it. It tastes like this pizza dough is just dipped in really good olive oil. So most of that olive oil has been incorporated. So now comes my favorite part, which is kneading. If you remember from our first video, you're gonna push, fold, push, fold, push, fold, and I'm also turning a quarter every single time. It's gonna be slick right now because of that oil, but this is a great way to incorporate that oil in. You just wanna work this for about 8 to 10 minutes until it becomes really stretchy. Your dough's gonna become really stretchy, really smooth, and because the olive oil in it is in there too, it helps to get that smoother faster. We're actually only gonna use half of this dough right now. I know it doesn't look like a whole lot, but I'm gonna just make a smaller, medium-sized little bit pizza on the grill. That's probably gonna look more like a flatbread. But this dough will, after it rises, make a whole large, pretty big-sized pizza. I'm gonna leave this dough in to prove for about an hour or until it has doubled in size. But if you see right now, we got such a wonderfully nice tight top gluten structure. The dough's super soft, super stretchy. That's exactly what you want. All right, so we've let our dough proof for about an hour, and you can see it's pretty fluffy. That little bit of dough really formed quite a lot out of just 2 cups of flour that we had. It looked like such a little bit, and now it is quite large. So what I'm gonna do is cut, or just actually tear this in half. So we're only gonna wanna use half of this for the dough. The rest of it, which is nice, is this pizza dough will keep for a little bit. So I'm just gonna wrap this up to a little ball. You can put this in plastic wrap, and you can throw this in your fridge if you're gonna use it in a couple days, or if you wanna freeze it, what I would do is roll it out a little bit and get yourself a better set so that when it's thawing from the freezer, you're not gonna get like a big hunk rock of dough. There are a couple ways you can roll this out to the size that you want. What I prefer to do, because I think it's gentler on the dough, is just to kind of pinch it. And this is going to help to, instead of doing the whole, Italian flip, just really, really nicely and slowly, very gently, ease the dough out. I like my dough pretty thin. On the grill, you want to keep it pretty thin. You don't want huge chunks or else you're gonna get big pieces of raw dough. This is a little bit too thin where you can almost see through it. You want it to be about, 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch. You want it pretty thin, but you want it to be able to stand up to that heat that we're about to put it on. I like to keep a little bit extra on the edges too, just to help keep the ingredients all in place. What I'm gonna do is move this to a cooking sheet so that when I move it outside, I have somewhere to move it. I'm not just holding it on my arm. So we're gonna take this outside, grill this off on one side, flip it over, put all of our ingredients on the other, and then we will be ready to eat pizza. So now that we've got our grill preheated, we've preheated it up to a high heat, and we turn it back down to a medium for this. I'm gonna open this up, and then I'm gonna brush my dough with some oil. I'm just using, you want some vegetable oil, anything that's a neutral style oil. That's not gonna have a whole lot of flavor on it. Once we have this brushed down and good, I'm gonna go ahead and get this on the grill. We're gonna close this up. Give it about a minute or two, and once that minute's gone there, we'll be set to go to flip it over and then put all of our toppings on and dress this thing up real nicely. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go ahead and top this thing. Cover this in barbecue sauce. That's what the toppings we're using today. I'm not gonna actually go ahead and turn off the grill at this point. The grill is nice and hot. We don't wanna over char it at all. We got a good nice char on the first part. I'm gonna brush this over it all. And then I'm topping mine today with some barbecue chicken pizza toppings. Smells so good. And if you wanted to, even later on in the year, if you want to just cook this in the oven, you can go ahead and do that. It's 400 degrees, 15 to 20 minutes. Throw some toppings on it and finish it off for another 15 minutes until it's nice and bubbly golden. So I added some red onions. Now I'm topping it with some mozzarella cheese. And I'm gonna sprinkle some julienne basil. It's gonna add some nice flavor to that. That dough is basically done, so now we just gotta melt that off. And there we have it, this beautiful pizza dough. It's all crispy and golden and delicious for this barbecue chicken pizza. It is absolutely divine. And if you liked this video and enjoyed it as much as I'm about to enjoy this pizza, please like, share, and subscribe this video to all of your friends. And we'll see you next time here on Jake Bakes. Oh, so good. Share and subscribe this because you're gonna want to taste this. As much as I'm about to enjoy this pizza, please like, share, and subscribe, and share it to all of your friends. Like my friend, Tony. Hey, grab a slice.
Pizza?
Pizza.
Yeah.
Barbecue chicken pizza. Yeah. So we'll see you here next time on Jake Bakes. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
This is gonna be awesome.
Are there onions on this?
Not for you.
You're the best. Hey, Matt.
Hey guys.
Share and subscribe.
Oh my God.
It's so good.